Welcome to the 2020 Blue-Green Auction, coming to you virtually this year from Texas A&M University Corpus Christi. Again, the Blue and Green Auction benefiting Islanders Athletics. We sincerely appreciate you joining us. Thank you for joining us. My name is Stephen King. I'm the voice of Texas A&M Corpus Christi Islander basketball, and I'm thrilled to be here tonight welcoming you to this first ever event broadcast live. Now, we've hoped to see everybody in person. There's no doubt about that. And our annual Casino Night fundraiser, we wanted it to happen, but unfortunately, we're not able to do so. So we're going to give you a big shakas up. A shakas up right here on camera. And thank you once again for being a part of this. This is the message we want to give you from us and, of course, our student athletes. Now, we're going to highlight a few of our great auction items in just a few moments. We're going to hear from some of the outstanding student athletes, former and current, and we're also going to hear from our Director of Athletics, John Palumbo. So that's all coming your way here momentarily. Now, before we really get things rolling here, it's important that we say a very special thank you to the presenting sponsors, Conni, Geary of Wells Fargo Advisors, and of course, Jay Wise of Merrill Lynch. Tonight we'll be highlighting some of the top auction items that are in the event that hopefully you've been following throughout the week. We went live on Monday and we've had some great success. We hope that you've been keeping up with it, and we're going to end the auction tonight at 10, so hope you were with us. We'll be highlighting those. There's even some buy it now options. Don't be shy. Get involved. Sign up now if you have not done so. Now, auction proceeds will provide critical, and I mean critical support to our Student Athlete Scholarship Fund. So everything we're doing here tonight in our virtual Blue and Green Auction and everything we've done before in our casino nights all benefit that entity. So we appreciate it. I also want to thank some other great sponsors, our starting lineup level sponsors for tonight's event, Sames Ford and the Port of Corpus Christi. Thank you once again for your continued support of Islander Athletics. Now, all of our partners, donors, and fans are very essential to the process. Now, we need them, and the only way we can be successful is with them. Now, by being here tonight, you are helping to make an impact for Islander Athletics and better the lives of our student athletes, without a doubt. Now, let's hear right now from a gentleman I mentioned just a moment ago, the Director of Athletics for Texas A&M University Corpus Christi, Mr. John Palumbo.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you're enjoying your Saturday and want to thank you for spending some time with us tonight. These are trying times for all of us as we've learned to adjust to life during a pandemic. We're disappointed that we couldn't get together with you all this year for our Casino Night event that we have annually. It's become one of the highlights of the summer social calendar here in Corpus Christi, and it's always a ton of fun. We look forward to Casino Night next year, but we're thrilled by the support that our Blue and Green Auction has received so far. We have some great auction items, as Stephen mentioned. You'll hear more from him about those in a little bit, so please keep that support coming. I also want to say a special thank you to our presenting sponsors for this event. As Stephen mentioned, Conni Geary with Wells Fargo and Jay Wise with Merrill Lynch. Thank you, Conni and Jay, for all you do for the Islanders. As Stephen just mentioned, and as you probably know, all proceeds from this event go directly to support student athletes through scholarship funding and some operational support as well. Last year, our Islander student athletes excelled in competition, in the classroom, and in the community. Our third place standing in the Southland Conference Commissioners Cup was our highest ever finish for Islanders athletics in that all-sport competition. Our student athletes achieved a 3.5 grade point average in the spring 2020 semester, also a departmental record. Finally, our student athletes performed over 2,200 hours of service to the local community, various charitable organizations and events. Our roughly 250 student athletes have been impacted by this pandemic, just as all of us have, but they're doing their best to prepare physically and mentally for their return to competition whenever that takes place. And we know you'll be there to support them at that time as well. By supporting this event, you're really supporting opportunities for young men and women to pursue their dreams in their sport and in their chosen field of study. You're supporting talented young people who come here to Corpus Christi from around the state, around the country, and around the world. Some of them will go on to pursue their dreams in professional sports, such as men's basketball standouts Chris Daniels, John Jordan, Rashawn Thomas, and a man you'll hear from shortly, Joe Kilgore. Aaron Hernandez and Harrison DeNicola from Islanders baseball, as well as several others over the years who have gone on to play professionally, but those are two of the recent Islander alums. Alexis Bryant from women's basketball and Tony Lewis from our men's basketball team are recent Islanders who have signed professional contracts. However, most of our student athletes will not play their sport professionally. Instead, they'll draw on their experience here as Islander student athletes and will go on to work positively impacting their communities as teachers, medical professionals, coaches, and business people. They'll follow in the footsteps of some recent Islander alums such as Brianna Brink, who spent several years here after graduating and finishing up her volleyball career as a licensed school psychologist for Corpus Christi ISD. Cole Martinez, a men's basketball alum who spent last year as a special education teacher and basketball coach here at Carroll High School. Kyle Brown, another men's basketball alum who was recently named Bryan Independent School District Rookie Teacher of the Year for 2019-20. Seth Engelken, another men's basketball alum who founded his own company, Nexus Integrity Pipeline Integrity Solutions throughout Texas and beyond, and they're based right here in Corpus Christi. And finally, Matt Westmoreland, a men's tennis alum who is now the director of tennis at Corpus Christi Athletic Club. They're just a few examples, a few names that are representative of hundreds of Islander student athlete alums that have done great things and are continuing to do great things here in our community and also around the world as well. So, in essence, your support of this event of Islander athletics is an investment in the future of young men and women like the ones that I've mentioned, and in turn, the future of this community and the other communities that they'll impact around the country and around the world. So I encourage you to sit back and enjoy a beverage or two this evening. Bid high and bid often. We've got about $5,000 to go to hit our goal. You can also donate directly to the Islander Athletic Fund by hitting that Donate Now button on the website. Thank you so much for your support, and go Islanders.
Once again, John Palumbo, Director of Athletics for Texas A&M University Corpus Christi. All the work and effort being put forth by him, his entire team, everybody who's made this event happen. We sincerely appreciate every bit of effort that's been put forth. A quick reminder, something I wanted to remind you of, how to bid if you did not know already. If you're seeing this for the first time, go islanders.com/bid. Go islanders.com/bid. It will take you to the blue and green auction. At that point, you will register, and then you have every opportunity to get some of the outstanding items that are available tonight until 10 p.m. This is the closing night. 10 p.m. is when the auction will come to a close. So everybody who's been participating all week, or everybody who's just starting tonight, thank you. Let's make something happen. Let's make something very special happen. In addition to the great auction, now, if you want to donate directly, and I think John just mentioned this, if you want to donate directly to the Islander Athletic Fund, you can do so. You can do so at goislanders.com/give. Now, if you're outbid tonight, that's one thing. If you're outbid tonight and you don't have the opportunity to show it in that way tonight, but you want to donate, you want to show your support, again, goislanders.com/give will give you an outstanding opportunity to give directly to the Islander Athletic Fund. So make your donation, and let me thank you in advance for everything that you've done for us to this point. Now let's go ahead and start talking about some of the items that are up tonight. Now let's go ahead and start things off with a number of our larger items, our bid board items, some of the travel, some of the experiences. This is outstanding, and we want to thank once again our friends at Port Royal Ocean Resorts for coming through for us again this year, giving us a 2-night stay. That's 2 nights in a 2-bedroom condominium, sleeping up to 6 people. Bring out the entire family. Bring in some in-laws if you need to. Bring anybody you need. Port Royal Ocean Resorts and Conference Center. Of course, I hope you've been there. If you haven't, it is the premier beachfront condo resort in Port Aransas, without a doubt. All condos are equipped with a full kitchen. It has the largest lagoon pool in Texas. You probably know that already, but if you've not experienced it, it is amazing. It is so much fun. 4 water slides, an Olympic-size heated lap pool. You want this. The item value, $1,300. Currently, the current bid as of last time I checked was $920. So we've got some room. We've got some room to take this one up. So let's do so. Again, amazing. Donated by Port Royal Ocean Resorts and Conference Center. Get your bids in now. I'm going to step off of that. Something to a little bit more sports related. And I can't do much better than this. NCAA Men's Final Four tickets. The NCAA Men's Final Four, have you ever been to one in person? If you have, you know what it's all about. But if you haven't, you are missing out. The NCAA Men's Final Four, here's your chance. Now, bid to win 2 tickets to the semifinals on Saturday and the national championship game on Monday. Now, this will be April 3rd through the 5th, 2021. At Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana. Now, Indianapolis is one of the premier cities to host this event. There are some cities that are just better than others at doing this. Indianapolis is top of the charts. It's an amazing experience, the game, but not just the game, everything about it. You want to participate in all events surrounding that. But we're going to get you in the door, and we're going to get you seats to some outstanding basketball games. Again, the semifinals and the finals that weekend. The value, $1,200. Currently, the bid is at $1,000. So we're getting close to value, but you want to know something? This is one of those experiences where you probably need to go over value. That's just reality. It is amazing. We want you to do so. So again, goonitors.com/bid. Get your bids in now. We've got a number of items I want to share with you. I'm going to share with one with you right now. This is called Climbing Roses. Climbing Roses on darkened wall painting. Again, it's a beautiful piece. Hand painted by Mary Pat Nelson Gross. It is a beautiful picture. 40 by 30 acrylic on canvas. Recently won a second place ribbon at an art show at the Art Center of Corpus Christi. Mary Pat, unbelievably talented. We sincerely appreciate her contribution. It looks great in any space, there's no doubt. It's valued at $950. Right now, the bid is at $400. So there's some room there. Please give us a bid. This would look amazing in your home. So again, thank you. Climbing Roses from Mary Pat Nelson Gross. Check the auction now. We continue. We got another, I keep zigging and zagging. I go to an amazing painting, to another great experience. Roland Tide Boil Company. They're going to provide a shrimp boil and beach bonfire. So much fun. Shrimp boil and beach bonfire for 12 people, 3-hour dinner. It includes a traditional. And if you've been to these boils, you know how fantastic the food is. Shrimp boil. It's got the bonfire supplies, the utensils, chairs, even s'mores. It's a complete experience. It's not just going to eat some food. It's a complete experience with Roland Tide Boil Company, the Shrimp Boil and Beach Bonfire. You know, you're going to have to be the one to make a decision on which friends you invite. That's kind of up to you. Get your special friends because this is a special event. Valued at $700. Right now, the bid is at $690. So right now, people understand how cool this event is. You may have to go over the top of $700, but it's going to be so well worth it. You're going to have an amazing time. Roland Tide Boil Company making that donation. Thank you so much. Talking about John Palumbo, we just heard from him a moment ago. He's going to step up, as a matter of fact, and invite you over to his home for a private beer tasting. That's not a horrible thing. Larry the Beerman Roberts from Andrews Distributing, who everybody knows in Corpus Christi. Larry the Beerman, that's for sure. Will take you on a tour de brews. No doubt about it. Start with Clear. They got the golden lagers, and after a lot of stops, you'll get to the dark Witness of porters, stouts. All of this part of this fun event at the home of John Palumbo, our Director of Athletics. Now, he'll give you the history on beer styles, the brewery that produces the beers, and just going to give you just a lesson while, of course, enjoying the beers themselves. Light food will also be included, good for 16 people. Again, at the home of John Palumbo, valued at $1,600. The bid is only $800 right now. You need to take that up. No doubt about it. You need to take that up. Again, donated by Andrews Distributing and Rachel and John Palumbo. So you need to be a part of it. So make that one happen. It's on the bid board. Go onitors.com/bid. Go there now. We've got some more items we're going to get into in just a few moments. I'm going to share with you. But right now is a great opportunity for us. Again, John talked about some of our outstanding student athletes and some of our outstanding, in particular, former student athletes that have had some opportunities to possibly continue in the professional ranks. Right now, we're going to be joined by a phenomenal basketball player and a guy who could jump out of the building as he won the NCAA Slam Dunk title. Let's hear it for Joe Kilgore.
What's up, Islander family, man? I want to check in, tell y'all about my experience at CC. Starting out, picking CC was an easy decision for me. I visited one other school, UTRGV, and You know, I didn't really feel the vibes up there, but when I went to Corpus, you know, the coaches, my teammates that I had, the players that I met, it was just a great experience overall. I felt welcomed. I felt like it could be a place where I could spend the next 4 years of my life and grow and become better. And, you know, I instantly started learning as soon as I got there. I came the day after I graduated, and I went straight to Corpus and started summer school, started workouts, and started learning. I learned more outside the classroom, just, you know, in general about life, about taking care of your business, about being where you need to be, and, you know, taking care of things that you need to take care of. That was one of the main things that I focused in on, and I learned really fast that, you know, to take care of yourself, take care of what you need to do, and be on top of your game, so that anything else you want to do, you can attack it with, you know, whatever you need to do. That was one of the main things I learned coming in real early. I was on an older team, so there was a lot of older guys I look up to. Rashawn, you know, my roommate, he taught me a lot of things and helped me get off and get running early. So, you know, shout out to him. Great 4 years of my life. Probably my favorite times in Corpus was always homecoming week every year. You know, since we didn't have a football team, basketball main attraction, and that was always a fun week. And, you know, game on Saturday, but throughout the week, just all the school spirit, all the events leading up to it, and focused around basketball and being a basketball player. So that was always a great time of the year for me. I enjoy homecoming week every year. You know, hopefully I can make it back one of these days for another homecoming. So after I graduated, I got into my professional basketball career. It's been 2 years now since I graduated. It has its ups and downs, but, you know, we still going at it. And I take a lot of the things that I learned in school, a lot of the attitude, a lot of the ways that I work, the way that I move. I took a lot of that from Corpus, and every coach that I've ran into, they congratulated me, they complimented me on how I work and how I move, and, you know, I can make sure that I know that is from Corpus and the coaches and the players that I was around during my time. So, you know, shout out to them and shout out to everyone who helped me. I was very grateful to have a scholarship. You know, coming up, I really didn't know exactly how I was going to get to college and play basketball, but I just knew scholarship was the way. So, you know, once I started getting phone calls from Coach Wilson and other coaches, and they offered me a scholarship, I was very grateful. And you don't really realize how grateful you are until you talk to your other friends and other players who went to college and may not have been as fortunate as you, and realize a lot of the things that they take care of through the scholarship that was taken care of for me. So, you know, it really changed my life. It didn't put any stress on my parents about having to come up with money for me while I was in school. They could just focus on other things and extra things that I could use while I was in school, you know. So it was a blessing for me. So I appreciate the scholarship.
And he was an amazing player, and he's an outstanding young man, getting to know him throughout the years and getting to know his family. He is one of our prized alumni, and we appreciate him contributing to tonight's event with his testimonial. I've got some more auction items I want to talk to you about as well. Let's go ahead and get into that as we speak. Now, this is something that has been incredibly popular over the last 2 years. I mean, it is in our live format, it has created some bidding wars. There's no doubt about that. Well, we need you to help us tonight bid this one up. And this is dinner for 8 at Coach Willis Wilson's house. Coach Willis Wilson and his wife, Vicki, they do this the last few years, and it is a spread of amazing food. It's hosted by Coach Wilson and his wife, Vicki. The food and fellowship for 8 people coming over to their home. It's just great because the food is outstanding first and foremost, but you're also getting this access to the head coach of Islanders basketball. And some of you may know him personally, some of you may not know him at all, but it's a great opportunity to get to know him. Ask him some questions. Here's some amazing stories about his time here on the island or his time in coaching. He's been doing it for many, many, many years. And you know, I think it's an experience that you would absolutely adore. And the one thing about Coach Wilson is, I know he's a foodie. He's a foodie. He loves great food. So you will be well taken care of at this amazing event. Again, dinner for 8 at Coach Willis Wilson. He and his wife, Vicki, hosting. We want to thank them so much. So get your bids in now. It's valued at $1,200. Right now, the current bid's only $650. It needs to be closer to $1,200. it needs to be near $1,200 because it is more than worth it. Ask anybody if you know that has experienced this with him in the past. You'll want to sign up for sure. San Antonio Spurs tickets. Now, everybody's favorite NBA team in this area most likely is the San Antonio Spurs. I know from majority of my friends, that's for a fact. And for Spurs fans, this is for you. This is for you. Now, great seats. Listen to this. 10th row, section 24, in section 24, you're down low, you're on top of the action. It doesn't get better. Jerry Dubray donates these seats, and it is a tremendous experience. Now, the NBA, they will be back. They will be back. This is not for this season. This will be for next season. So it'll be an opportunity for you to work with the gentleman donating, Mr. Dubray, on which game it will be. And I think you're going to be thrilled with what the opportunity brings to you because it is outstanding. San Antonio Spurs tickets at the AT&T Center in San Antonio. You want to take care of this. Valued at $725. Currently, the bid is only $385. Now, again, I remind you, if you were confused at all, this is not for this season. This is for next season. This is for next season. So get ready for all the fun, excitement, showmanship of the San Antonio Spurs organization. Get your tickets by winning this auction item. Something also new this year, and this is very cool, and I'm going to explain why, because this is an item that was donated to this event, but was made specifically for this event. And it's this beautiful handmade cedar garden bench. This is beautifully hand constructed by dad and daughter. Again, carefully sanded. It's got this velvety touch. There's no doubt about that. Hand oiled to allow kind of the natural wood grain to come through. The color, it's a beautiful, beautiful bench. It was recently constructed, donated by Crystal and Mark Bowling. It is beautiful, incredibly comfortable, and it would look fantastic whether on your front porch, but I think this is a back porch type of thing. But you want something? It may fit perfectly in your home. But it is an outstandingly well-constructed, amazing piece of furniture, again, handcrafted for this event specifically. So I want to thank again the Bowlings and remind you that the value is $999. Current bid is $440. Only $440. And I say only $440. So this might be one of those opportunities to jump on tonight as we speak. Again, goislanders.com/bid. If you're not already signed up, sign up now and get your bid down for this beautiful handmade cedar garden bench. Do so. We've talked about John Palumbo a couple times here tonight. Well, there's something different, something a little unique that you have an opportunity to do. This is kind of cool. Put your name on the boss's door. And what do I mean by that? Again, you can name the athletic director's office. It will be John Palumbo residing in the blank blank AD's office. Your name will be tied directly to his office. That's so cool. We can do this and enjoy the plaque with your name over the AD's door for the next academic year. Again, if you go to any college campus, you see rooms, buildings, all with these type of dedications. This is your chance to be that same person, to have your name on the athletic director's door here in the Islanders Athletic Department. The value, that's $2,000 value. That's being very real. Right now, the current bid is $800. We know we can do better than that. Have your name in our offices every day on the athletic director door for the next year. Let's do so. Once again, goislanders.com/bid. Get there now. Got a couple more items I want to share with you, and we have some other people we're going to hear from, but let me go ahead and tell you about this. We had Willis Wilson hosting. We had John Palumbo hosting, and of course I'm invited to all of them. I'm not invited, you know. Maybe I'm invited to this one. We'll see. Happy hour for 8 at Coach Scott Malone's house. Scott Malone and his wife Lee Malone opening the house for a happy hour for 8. Have you ever been around Coach Malone? Most of you have. There's a story for everything. There's a story for everything. They go deep. They go deep, and they're hysterical. The comedy alone might be worth it for sure. But again, it's a happy hour for 8 at Coach Malone's house. The baseball stories, he knows everybody. He's got insight, not only, of course, to his own program, but to programs around the country. And again, with his connections in Major League Baseball as well. And he's just got this back of the house information that you just don't get from everybody. He's got it, and it'd be so much fun. And again, it's a happy hour. Go over there and have a good time. Get happy. Plain and simple. Donated by Lee and Scott Malone, and the value is $750. Guess what? The bid is $900 right now. People identified that this is a fun event. You want to take it up? Take it up. I think you'll have a fantastic time, without a doubt. There'll be, of course, happy hour cocktails, heavy hors d'oeuvres, fun time over at the Malone's house. Happy hour for 8. Happy hour for 8. Again, we've got these tremendous experiences going with John Palumbo's house, Willis Wilson's house, and now Coach Malone's house. Looking forward to it. And one of our final big bid board style items that is on our silent auction board tonight. And it's, if you've been on the auction throughout the week, you may not have seen this. This kind of came in a little bit late, but it's there and it's ready for you. And what it is, it's a wade fishing trip in Baffin Bay. A Baffin Bay trip, a great fishing trip. That's what everybody loves. Oh my goodness. Minimum 2 people, maximum of 4. It's a full day charter out in Baffin Bay, this wade fishing trip. Wade fishing with artificials in Baffin Bay. The value is $750. Currently, the bid's at $500. So again, it was only put on the board today, but people have identified it, found it, and they're bidding for it. But you want something? We can do better. This can be yours. Be yours tonight. So bid tonight. I've said it over and over again. We have some tremendous things, and I'll be resetting a few of them before this is done here. While we may be done just before 8 o'clock, the auction will stay on until 10 p.m. So just stay with your computers and keep with us. You've been with it. For a lot of you, you've been with us since day one. We had an amazing day one, and it's progressively built throughout the week. We have a goal of about $30,000. We were over $25,000. We want to take it over the top. We don't just want to meet our goal. We want to surpass our goal with this event. Again, a virtual blue and green auction, kind of taking the place for this year of our annual casino night. We're hoping to have everybody back in the same room next year, but one day at a time. Right now, we're focused on tonight. So get online and bid. So want to, at this point, kind of share a little bit about hopefully something that many of you experienced. And that was going out and being a part of Islander athletics, going to the different venues, supporting the student athletes as they're competing. It was a great time, a lot of great memories. Let's show you a phenomenal highlight reel of the 2019-2020 season. Once again, welcome back. It's a lot of fun. If you have not experienced Islander athletics up front, up close and in person, you need to be there. It is such a great time, and that's just a brief highlights of what it offers. Again, we have phenomenal sporting events. We have 16 Division I sports, including soccer and volleyball, men's and women's basketball, men's and women's tennis, cross country, men's and women's, track and field, indoor and outdoor, beach volleyball. We have so many, and I hope I'm not missing anybody. Women's golf, of course. Outstanding athletes, outstanding coaches. Continue to support them. Right now, I want to say thank you to some sponsors that make this happen. Without them, none of these things are possible. Thank you to the starting lineup sponsors, the Port of Corpus Christi, and of course, James Ford, mentioned them earlier. Definitely want to mention them again. And of course, our coach level sponsors, IBC Bank, Elizabeth and Jerry Susser, Gulf Coast Federal Credit Union, and the Texas A&M University Corpus Christi Division of Institutional Advancement. We appreciate your support. Sincerely appreciate your support and look forward to once again having everybody in the same room together next year for this outstanding event. Now let's go ahead and revisit a couple things. I want to talk just briefly one more time about a few of the items. We've got some more testimonials coming from a couple of our great student athletes in a moment, but I just want to revisit just a couple for the moment here. The Final Four tickets, your opportunity, 2 tickets to Indianapolis, Indiana for the 2021 Final Four. An amazing experience. My personal experience of the Final Four, I had a chance to see it in San Antonio. And watch Mario Chalmers hit the game winner for the University of Kansas. It was an amazing experience. The thousands of people, the fanfare, the pageantry, it is amazing. You want to be a part of that. And again, as I mentioned, Indianapolis, an amazing host city. You want that for sure. So go Islanders.com/bid. I can't say it enough. Private beer testing at the athletic director's not at his office, at his home. The office would be kind of rough. At his home, Rachel and John Palumbo are going to be hosting, along with Larry the Beer Man Roberts from Andrews Distributing, going to be having folks over. Again, great opportunity for a lot of fellowship, for a lot of fun, and again, an opportunity to just, again, have access to someone like John Palumbo, the athletic director. Ask him all kinds of questions. Learn a little bit more about maybe Texas A&M Corpus Christi athletics than you ever really know. He'd be glad to share it with you for sure. And Mary Pat Nelson Gross, the painting. It is gorgeous, and it can be yours without a doubt. It is, of course, called Climbing Roses. Will look fantastic in your home or office, wherever it's most appropriate for you. But again, go Islanders.com/bid. Get up there right now and get your bids down. I'll tell you about a few more of our auction items in just a moment, but right now I'm going to go ahead and just remind everybody that auction proceeds benefit our Student Athlete Scholarship Fund. Now, some of these student athletes, well, they want to tell you more about it and why it's important to them. Our Student Athlete Advisory Council board members, Gianna Wright and Mike Williams.
Hi, my name is Gianna Wright, and I'm a senior on the women's basketball team. My scholarship has provided me with an opportunity to earn my degree and play the sport that I love. I'm really thankful that through this scholarship, I've been able to meet amazing people and be a part of really great organizations.
I say the impact of the scholarship that I received from Texas A&M University Corpus Christi is huge for my family. My sister is currently a graduate student at Texas A&M University, and I will be entering into a graduate program this fall. And for my parents, putting 2 kids through their final years of school, the scholarship that I received due to y'all's donations is huge for them financially, and we are very grateful. At Texas A&M University Corpus Christi, I feel like I've grown as a leader and a teammate, just with my fellow teammates, us helping each other grow as men and as ball players. And I also feel like I've grown as a servant leader and a teammate to the other student athletes beyond baseball and the community, through serving on the Student Athletic Advisory Council board and organizing events in the community and organizing events for student athletes to go far beyond what we do in athletics. and just helping to bring joy and some relief to those around the Corpus area. To me, being a D1 athlete means being at the top of my game athletically. You know, at the D1 level, there's talent everywhere, but you know, it just pushes you to work harder because talent's only one part of the equation. So I just try to work as hard as I can to be the best, I guess, representation of, you know, what Division I is, which is, you know, the top-notch athletes in the country. My future plans after graduation in May is to hopefully work in a financial department for a company or go into financial advising. That's my current plan, you know, thinking about coaching maybe, but you know, that's the rough draft I got right now. It'll probably become more solidified as the year goes on.
We're extremely proud of Gianna and Mike and the work that they're doing with the Student Athlete Advisory Council. We call it SAC, and they are just tremendous ambassadors for our student athletes. And there's a great group that works with them, and we have other great, of course, student athletes as well across the board, but we're really proud of what they've been able to do and the way they step up for that organization. Want to say, hey, I know we've been getting a couple of comments. Gail, Pat, how you doing? You know, thank you for tuning in, and others that are catching it tonight with us as we are just kind of sharing some more information, a little bit more about some of the auction items that are up tonight, and kind of maybe bring you up to speed a little bit. Our goal is $30,000, and it ends at 10 o'clock tonight. We're shy of that currently, just under 26. No, excuse me, just over 25. 25,084. $25,084. We need to take it up. Okay, we got a big stretch over the next 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours to take it up, and let's get over that $30,000 mark. So let's make that happen. I want to revisit a couple of those auction items once again. That handcrafted cedar garden bench. It is just a beautiful item, as I mentioned before, was custom made for this event. This isn't in the back of someone's warehouse. This was made for this event specifically. It is gorgeous. It has got tremendous color. The cedar, it is just outstanding. You need to bid. It would look fantastic at your place somewhere. You choose. I'll let you choose where to put it. But I promise you this, it is a phenomenal piece of furniture that was created by Crystal Mark Bowling. So thank you so, so much. Dinner at Coach Wilson's. I mentioned him earlier. That number's gone up to $800. That number's gone up to $800. So keep taking that up. As I've said before, just a unique experience to have time, that access, just to ask all the questions, hear all the fantastic stories from Coach Wilson, his wife Vicki, and just to share an amazing meal. To share an amazing meal over at Coach Wilson's. He and his wife Vicki, the hosts for that event. Put your bid down. Get your bid down. Currently at $800. It can go higher. Name the AD's office. As I said, pretty cool. Your name on the door. It's up there for a year. The value's at $2,000. We're way under right now. We need to get that up tonight. GoOnIter.com/bid. I'm going to keep saying that. GoOnIter.com/bid. If you've not put it down, get it down currently. And don't forget those Spurs tickets. Jerry Debris donating those amazing 10th row seats. 10th row seats for the 2021 season. Again, a game that will be negotiated between you and Jerry to make sure that you are well accommodated, and hopefully you get to see your favorite team, the Spurs, or if the Spurs may not be your favorite team, maybe you'll get to see your favorite team as the opponent. But make that happen. Come out and be a part of it. So it'll be pretty amazing stuff. So, I mean, really thrilled with what we've done. There are some other items out there. Now, I've just talked a lot about the bid board items, but there are some other items that I'm just going to bring your attention to briefly. You know, because there's a lot. I can't go through all 200 items, but I can pinpoint a few that just can deserve your attention. Some great items, including like a Sweet Nights at Islanders basketball. Come up there and enjoy it and have all the festivity, have all the food and drink. Get yourself well taken care of at an Islanders basketball game at the American Bank Center. Get a Sweet Night. That's available. We got golf clubs. Everybody plays golf. This is a fantastic golf community. Golf clubs on the board. And we're selling some wine too. Selling some wine and some spirits. Check out the bid board. check out, well, the bidding period, and you will find something that I'm sure you will find that makes you happy. There's no doubt about it. Now, there's some great bargains out there as well. Currently, we have a few no-bid items that need a bid before the end of the night. We do not want to walk away from this event without a bid on every single item we have out there tonight. And then a few of them include, there's an area rug. Check it out online. This area rug. Botox. I don't know if I need it. Maybe anybody soon. I might need it soon. We'll see. Chemical peels. Chemical peel is available. There's online group fitness training. People at Pinnacle Fitness taking care of that with us as well. So there are some good no-bid items right now. There's some great items out there that are undervalued currently. We need to get that money in. Again, this is a gigantic fundraising effort for Onander Athletics, for our student athlete scholarship funds. Again, critical impact that the money we raise tonight has for our student athletes. They are some special, special folks. We've got really not much more to show you tonight. What we want you to do from this point forward, once we close the broadcast, is get your focus back on the bidding. GoOnanders.com/bid. And as I mentioned previously, if you're definitely one who wants to support this institution, wants to support Onander Athletics, but you're outbid tonight, there's still a way to do so. Numerous ways to do so, but one quick way to do it, GoOnanders.com/give. Now, I don't want to confuse you. /give will take you to our donation page for the Onander Athletic Fund. And if you're outbid tonight, but you want to show your support, that's a fantastic way to do so. So please write that down. GoOnanders.com/give. If you're outbid tonight, that's the way that you can be involved. I want to thank, of course, all of you for tuning in. You didn't have to do so, but you did. We really appreciate you doing so. Reminder that the auction is up until 10 p.m. tonight. GoOnanders.com/bid till 10 o'clock tonight, not 10 o'clock in 1 second. It will close at 10 o'clock. So monitor, keep tabs, make sure that you know what's going on, make sure that you get your bid down because you want this stuff. This is fantastic stuff. I want some. I'm watching my bids, as a matter of fact. Now, your support, as I mentioned, directly impacts our student athletes, the critical funds for their support. Between your efforts and, of course, all of our great sponsors, including our presenting sponsors, Conni, Geary of Wells Fargo Advisors and Wise-Merrill of Merrill Lynch, I just want to say finally, one more time, thank you. Thank you for your participation. Thank you for your continued support. And we look forward to a year of fun here in Onanders Athletics. For John Palumbo, for all of our presenters online, and Gianna Wright, Mike Williams, Joe Kilgore, for all of the team putting this together tonight, we sincerely appreciate you joining us. I'm Stephen King once again, and you've been watching the 2020 virtual silent auction here at GoOnanders.com. Good night.